What is going on, guys? Today we're going to be looking at prime moments or icon moments. Eusebio, 94 rated, is now live as an SBC. Check the second channel to look at the SBC, and let's get into Eusebio's review. You're tired of coming up against teams that want to rip your hair out every single day. Make sure you check u7buy.com for the most reliable and cheapest coins on the market. And at checkout, make sure you hit that JT11 for 5% off your order, and hopefully you have a good day. So Eusebio is one of them players that is just next level. In terms of value, actually, on the Xbox is 1.9, the PlayStation is 2.2, and the PC is 2.39, give or take 2.24. That value is actually relatively good compared to most years. So I think the SBC is going to come in at a hefty price, probably over the 2 mil mark, but obviously you can get it done over the next 91 days. And obviously FIFA's going to be done by 91 days. I don't even know when that takes you to. I think that takes you to the 27th of September. So you can get this Eusebio until the next FIFA, basically. I believe FIFA should come out around about that time. So that is nuts that these SBCs are still live until then. It means that more than likely we'll have content until then. But Eusebio as a player in general is incredible. If you've not got him in an Icon Moments pack yet, this guy is next level. Like Cruyff, like R9, like Pele, like Hullet, he stands in that category. He's a 4-star, 5-star. He's 5'9", high medium with a right foot. We've got power, free kick, flair, and outside of the foot as his traits. And even the stats are just unreal. The 99 finishing on the base, the pace that's already there, the dribbling, the passing, the physicals. You're looking at a very complete card right here. And in general, is just an absolute monster in front of the goal. Engine is what we're going to be going for. Gives him 99 pace, 93 passing, and 96 dribbling. We're going to be using him in the Shapeshifters Cup. I can imagine a lot more people are going to be using him in that mode as well, as you are allowed one lone player. So let's see how he does in all 5, and we'll come back with the results. So then, Eusebio's debut begins for the club, and hopefully we get a better run than yesterday, in fact, because yesterday we did awful in this cup. I think we managed to go 2 wins, which in these cup scenarios normally we do pretty well up until like the last day when the wins really count. But Eusebio hopefully will be that dynamite up front for me. I can imagine he's going to score pretty much most of the goals as we see him through here. Takes a touch. Can we get the chip? No, it's a great header from the keeper. Passes it back into him. Little spin round. Little roulette into the bottom corner. And that's all she wrote. And that is going to be time after time after time. This guy is one of my favourite players. We've managed to pack him once as a mid variety of him. And he was incredible. Into Eusebio. Oh, I thought Richarlison was going to make that run. Anderson's going to make it instead. Still manages to get a pass off to him at least, which is, again, very nice. He's normally absolutely fantastic playing off people just because of his pace on the ball and just what he can produce. Normally, he's very good at receiving the pass and kind of just naturally kind of going with it from there. He does obviously make stuff as well. That is, again, his sort of zone as we find him in here. Oh, there it is. And that's it. That's a solid block. Richarlison thought he had it. I thought he had it. And again, we're going to get the speed here. Doesn't know where he's going. Little 1-2. Oh, I thought I might have been able to get something, and Zidane can't make the tackle in time. This is where Eusebio is most dangerous if we can get the pass off to him. Virgil bodies, and that is the way to deal with him, to be honest. Good pass through to Neymar. We need him up front if we can, if we want to go somewhere with him. There he is. Find him on the edge. Goes for the fake, but he's absolutely straight on him. And I think he's like the R9. He drifts players across because they know they can't allow him to be in front of goal for much longer before you actually shoot. So they have to kind of break you down straight away. Otherwise, they know it's absolutely lights out. And that is the power of a striker of that sort of caliber, is they just drift everybody. Everybody starts to make random motions, random moves, because they know that you're going to just do something like that. And Neymar has that same capability. But Eusebio up front, he is the one. Trust me. Looking for the run from Eusebio. Richarlison has stolen the spotlight, and Eusebio bags himself his second. Beautiful stuff. Richarlison with a great cutback. Oh, he finds him. Is he onside? Please tell me he is. Pings one across. Richarlison. Oh, he was off. He was off. This guy is playing such a high line. But that was a beautiful ball from Eusebio. I just thought Richarlison may have been on by that point still. Oh, this guy definitely doesn't need to do his SBC. This could make it 4-1 in the 5 matches today. Honestly, I'd absolutely take it. Normally 5-0 is I've done it once. I don't think I've ever done it ever again in terms of these objectives. And I think Eusebio definitely comes in clutch for a lot of these, which is always nice. It's always them, and that's it. Unfortunately, that was it. I knew as soon as he took that free kick and got it to Immobile, but Eusebio did what he could, did very, very well in it. His play is normally incredible as always, and I definitely would hands down recommend this SBC. So let's go into the overalls and show you what Eusebio is all about in the stats. So if we go into the overall for Eusebio then, his price is coming in at 3.8 mil, but I believe that is going to be, well, could it be 300k, 100, really? Oh, here we go, look, 700k here. So you know full well that this is not going to require a 700k team, 800k team. Yeah, so it's basically what this is, if anybody's wondering when they look at it and think, hold on a second, I'm not doing him for 4 mil. It normally is the first person on this to do a challenge. As you'll see, they have just put in a team and a season squad. You do not need to use all of these players. Like, you could get away with a far, far less. They've made a 92 rated team for an 86. And as long as they are first, that will be the predicted value for Eusebio. So don't worry about that. That will come down a hefty amount. And again, more people do it, the more people that find the cheapest method eventually, and he will probably drop down. So to say that that's the max you can get him for, that isn't bad. So you're looking more than likely about 2 mil, just over. He's coming in at the price now. He's actually gone up 200k on the Xbox because people know how expensive it is. So it will kind of average out the transfer or the tradable value of him as well. I'm not saying that really many people have 2 mil to spare anymore, because the amount of upgrades that we've done and everything like that is a stupid amount by this point. But the thing with Eusebio is he's in the elite category. We've had a lot of top-end players, but when you've got an SBC like this, where you're looking at the R9s, you're looking at Pele's, you're looking at Ronaldo, Mbappe, this is where he falls in. He is a top 5 or top 10 by now player in the game, especially a forward. I would say R9, icon-wise, would be the only... I think... If I was going for icons only, I think it'd be R9 and Cruyff I'd put ahead of him. Cantona I'd put underneath him. I would say Pushkas is underneath him. And Pele does a different role for me. So as a striker, I think they're both on the same sort of level. But this year, I must admit, Pele has definitely done a hell of a lot better for me in terms of how I've played with him. So I'd probably put him on the same pedestal. But there is a good 5 ratings between them. Obviously, Pele is a cam this year, but again, there is a reason why he's 4.45 mil still in the game. So for me, I think he's in that top category of strikers. There isn't many other icon moments that I'd actually put above him in terms of a striker, because Hullit's kind of more midfield for me, whereas R9 is R9. He is... To me, he's the best card on the game. It naturally will be. The only one that rivals him for me is Team of the Season Mbappe, and that's just naturally how good Mbappe is as well. Cruyff I've used this year, and he, again, is phenomenal. We haven't actually ever managed to pack him, so hopefully this year ends that drought. But other than that, I think that's where Eusebio comes in clutch. A lot of people do like Pushkas this year. I would rate Eusebio more, but that it goes again on personal preference. If we're taking away the icons and going for actual players, the people I would put up with him is got to be Messi. Obviously, his team of the season, his shapeshifter version. Mbappe, Ronaldo. I'd even put Ronaldo kind of on that brink this year. I think he definitely has the success, but not quite as much as I'd want him to. I'd then put... It's a hard one now. I see. I like Dybala. Dybala was an absolute baller when I played with him, but I don't know over an X amount of matches if I'd say he's better. But definitely from I think the 3 or 4 that I played with him, absolutely insane. And I'd probably say that's at the level then. You're looking then kind of like on the same. You're looking at maybe the Dembele St. Max Fantasy. You're looking at Team of the Season Ben Yedder. Felix and all of them do come close. But personally, I do rate Eusebio higher than them. So that is kind of the level that we're at for this striker. You can try out a loan as well. I would definitely recommend doing the loan first, giving him a go. Because let's face it, the SBC, as you can see here, isn't really shy of many cards. It's gonna be a lot of value, and honestly, you're gonna get a cracking player from it. You could go through 100 icon moment picks, and maybe once you pick out a Eusebio, maybe, because he's such a high value, that is naturally the sort of level that you're looking at. He is a 2 mil card still, so that is what I'd kind of expect the SBC to be. With that engine, like you say, you kind of get your stats right up there. You've already got the finishing at pretty much max. The pace gets maxed out. The agility balance gets maxed out. You've already got cracking composure. The ball control's good enough. The passing gets a nice little upgrade. The only thing he doesn't really have is strength and aggression, but I think body type and just naturally how his animations work, it naturally just falls in his favor, and that is why we're looking at a 2 mil card still. We see a lot of icon moments drop off the weight, and we see a lot of them stay at their sort of price. Like I say, the top players stay at over 1 mil, they stay at over 2 mil. R9's still 6.5. There is a reason why they stay at that sort of level, and that is the supply versus the demand. And the demand is always going to be massive, but then also not many people can afford that sort of price, so the price does stay fluctuating a little bit. Whereas Eusebio is kind of on the brink to almost an affordable player this year, but most definitely is still on that high value compared to a lot of cards that we can get. So realistically, the question is, do you want to grind the game enough to get this done? That is going to be the big question. I think personally he's worth every penny. We haven't had many SBCs that I think these are worth it, but I do think the icon moments versions, especially with some of the icons we've had recently, have been very, very good. We've had, just naming off a few here, Eusebio's number 1, Butra's not a bad card, Kaka solid, Alberto is personally in my team, Blanc's never a bad card to be honest, Wayne Rooney's new this year, Maldini is again next level, same with Cantona, same with Vieira, then we've had Van Persie, who again a lot of people like, Casillas is a brilliant card, Henry, you can see the sort of class that we're getting here. We started with a few of the lower ones in terms of icon moments, and we've definitely had some of the top tier. I'd see Maldini, Cantona, Vieira all could be in your teams now. You could definitely find a place for them, and I think Eusebio definitely is at that same sort of level. He is endgame worthy, and if you get him in your team, you could keep him there until the end of the game, and you would not notice a difference from now until the end. He is next level, and I think he's definitely worth every single penny. But just keep an eye on this price, because it will change once, obviously, people start doing them SBCs again, and you find the value actually there, because I think it is just the 286s, I want to say. Yeah, you've got an 86 there. You can see this one's been removed now, so that one is going down, but this would probably drop down to anywhere to about 2 to 250k. Obviously you've got an 87 rated team coming in at 180. That doesn't mean then that you get an 84 rated team coming in at 300. So that's what I mean. Sometimes you'll get the prices a bit mixed up, and that's just natural for the first hour until people realize what SBCs are actually in there for jokes or actually in there for the cheapest value. But let me know down below what you think about Eusebio. I think he's a 10 out of 10 player, and I'm absolutely ecstatic that they're releasing these top end cards, because hopefully this isn't the first one or the last one that they're going to bring out, and hopefully we do get that R9 as well, or a Ronaldinho, because I will want absolutely destroy Ronaldinho's SBC in a day and get it done instantly. So let me know down below what you think about Eusebio. Make sure you like and subscribe on this, and I'll catch you all for the next review, hopefully tomorrow. Take care. Pieces.